all the 39 participants. So before we start, I think as Dr. Kranti Kiran was saying yesterday, that all the participants should be active, like be an active listener. Most of the folks, I think only a couple of people are asking questions, and most of the folks are just being passive listeners. So I strongly suggest you to ask questions. There's a proverb that says, I don't say it's a proverb, it's a quote by Carl Sagan. It says that there's no such thing like a dumb question. I'm again repeating it. There is nothing such like a dumb question. Every question that you ask, it is very, very relevant. It will be helpful to you and it will be helpful to some other person. So my advice to all the people that are participating in this session, please ask questions, irrespective whether it is a simple question or a hard question, or you may not reframe it properly, but feel free to ask any question. I'm pretty much sure, and I'm very much sure that you will not be judged by your question. The more questions we ask, the more interactive the session will be. So, with that in mind, I will hand over this time to Dr. Kranti Kiran, who will be our guide session for the coming 1 hour 45 minutes. Over to you, Dr. Kranti Kiran.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. So we are a little bit behind the actual schedule because of the fundamentals that we have covered. But by the end of this time allotted to me for the next 2-3 days, we'll finish off what we have planned and what we are going to require to cover. And for this session, you require to download this HTML page that is from day 2, control flow and functions. So if you have it with you, then you can go along with me. So you don't need to install any Python. You can run it on your mobile phone as well. Okay. So we'll go a little fast today so that we can cover at least some of the stuff from the day 3, so that tomorrow we'll cover day 3 half and day 4, so that we'll be on track by tomorrow. Okay, that is my plan today. And so if possible, please download this HTML page immediately from your login from LMS. So and then click on Start Python Engine. So once you clicked on Start Python Engine, then automatically all the cells that are present in this page will be get activated, and you can be able to run Python code. And here challenge 1, where you have to type the code, that will also be activated. So you don't need to open any editor or IDE to write code. You can write code here in the page that I've provided here. So with that, let's get started. If you have any questions from the last session, you can ask. And if you have opened the HTML page that I have provided, please give a thumbs up so that I'll know that you've been following. So, uh, I'm expecting some response. Thank you, Kaushik. What about Radhakrishna? Radhakrishna, are you there? Spandana, thank you. You've been an active participant. I very much appreciate the way you're responding and participating and running the code. I expect from every one of you that kind of participation, so that we'll be get encouraged. Teachers usually will be get encouraged not by so much money, but by your participation and your how much you are paying attention, and how much you are appreciating our content, and how much questions you are asking. If you ask more questions, we'll be challenged. Next time we'll get prepare well and prepare more, so that we'll think that you people are good. Otherwise, it will be like, okay, we can teach anything to these students. They will not ask anything. They'll not listen anything. So in that case, you won't get anything. We will not get improved. It is like there is no win-win situation. So if you wanted to be like top leaders in the world, like as we say always, Vishwaguru, we have to work hard. It's not possible without work, right? So with that, how many of you have already opened? Okay, some of you have opened and some of you have responded. Thank you, Ramya. Thank you, Savitri. Radha Krishna. Good morning, Radha Krishna. Good morning, Savitri. And yeah, Spandana, Radha Krishna, Varshini, um, Nikhil Sai. Yeah, only same set of people responded. I think today Savitri added. Uh, no chai to added. Okay, please get responded here. As again, as you have already joined this session, you are wasting your time joining this session. So instead of wasting, if you could pay attention, it will be a useful session to you, because without Python we are not going to live. Even whether you are a software engineer, accountant, or businessman, or whatever you are, like for example, maybe it might waste 2 3 minutes, but I'd like to reiterate here. 30 years back, in every office there used to be, I think this is from the example from Samsar again. I didn't remember from whom I got this example, this narration, but I'm thinking it is from Samsar only. 30 years back, in every office there will be a person used to be sit, that person named as computer operator, right? So but nowadays everyone is having a desktop in front of their office table. What does that mean? Everyone is now a computer operator. Similarly, because of AI, in the next 5 10 years, everyone is a software engineer. There is no difference between software engineer, manager, and there is no difference between accountant and software engineer. Everyone is a software engineer. So whether you are interested or not, if you wanted to survive in the next 10 years, if you want to earn some money in the next 10 years, then that is not possible without learning Python. Python is like omnipotent. It is present everywhere. So with that, let's get started and continue with our session. So is my screen visible? Did I share the screen? Let me check once again. Yeah. So yeah, screen is visible. Yeah, now I'm seeing more thumbs ups. Thank you so much, guys. So control flow and functions. Yesterday, Python followed orders top to bottom. That means sequential flow. Today, you fetch it to make decisions, repeat work, and bundle code into reusable functions. Okay, so just like every day, we cover at least 6 ideas, 6 topics, and 12 plus live code sessions, and loop visualizer, and 3 challenges at the end to you to actively participate. And along with that, please download a day 3 content as well. Okay, now let's move on and make our hands dirty and learn thing. So let me open my pen. So run this to confirm our engine is awake and to refresh variables plus f strings, then change and rerun. Okay. So everyone along with me, just click on this run button. Okay. So here what we have done, we have used here formatted string. Formatted string. Okay. So and what is team? What is runs? These are variables. What is variable? A variable is a named memory location which stores data which is being accessed by our program. And here, when we say uh, 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 data type in Python, every data type in Python is an object. Every data type in Python is an object. It is not a static type data type like the way we have seen in C++, Java that we have covered yesterday. Now, if, elif, else, these are the keywords you need to remember. You might have already experienced with these three keywords else, but one thing specific in Python is elif. El if. So this keyword is like else if. This is equivalent to else if in C programming. Okay. So else if has become elif in Python. That you need to remember. So if, elif, else. So this is for making decisions. That means instead of sequentially executing the code, like you have written 4 lines of code, usually what happens, line 1 first will be get executed, then 2, then 3, then 4. This is a sequential execution. But sometimes what if we have a condition, and based on the condition, the line number 3 may get executed or may be skipped. May get executed or may be skipped. So that whether the line number 3 should be get executed or will not be executed depends on the condition that you write before that line number 3. That we do through if. That we do through if. So if is a condition specifier. Based on the condition that it has been evaluated to, we'll be able to execute a line or we'll be able to skip a line. As most of you are already familiar this within C, I not stressing more, but I'll stress more on syntax here. Python can choose what to do based on a condition. What to do by mean here, what to execute or what not to execute. The intended block. And one thing to be remembered in a Python is, for example, if you wanted to write same thing in C, we would write like this: if scored greater than target, then open brace, closed brace. In that, we'll write print on. Like that, here the open closed braces. This is open brace and this is closed brace. This open brace, this open brace and this closed brace will form a block. So in this block, I can have 1 line, 2 lines, and number of lines. So what is a block? Block is group of lines or code. Group of lines or group of instructions, group of code, right? But we don't use in Python the brace, but we use indentation. 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 Okay. So this indentation makes the block that we were talking in the C programming language. In C programming language, how do you create a block? You create a block by opening a brace, by closing a brace. So that forms the block, and in between open and closed braces, you write a number of lines. That you can achieve in Python by indentation. That you can achieve in Python using indentation. So indentation is very important, and indentation will make whether that line comes under that condition or not. For example, here what we have written, if code is greater than space print one. Here, this is indentation, and this actually makes that print statement comes under this block, right? Any doubt here? Any questions? Please ask. L if this condition is failed, if this condition is failed, uh, then it will come to this elif, and it will check this condition again, scored equal to target. If this is true, then this will be get executed. Else, if these two conditions failed, then it will come to else. That means one thing to be remembered here is indentation. What is indentation? All of you please run this cell and give me a thumbs up if you able to successfully run and get the output. Click on run. Click on run. How many of you? Hmm. Yeah, thank you, Kaushik. Yes, Radha Krishna, Thai super over Spandana, correct? Yeah, Kiran, thank you. Kiran is someone who is responding newly today. Yeah, nice. Kaushik. Now, Sai, thank you. Now, let's copy this code and go to pythontutor.com and go to visualize. Now, okay, just a second. Now, visualize the execution. Now, if you carefully pay attention here, this arrow mark, the red arrow mark is called as control. This is called as control, right? That means control by mean where the current execution is number one. Once this got executed, control moves to line number two, then line number three, line number four, like that. Control moves line by line to execute set of uh, lines or group of statements, right? So now if you check here what happens line by line in order to understand clearly. Now I'll click on next. So what happened? First line got executed, if you see here, and on the right side or in the memory target, a variable has been created. Thank you, Jyoti. Thank you, Jayant. 180 has been stored in that variable. Then if you click on next again, second line will be get executed, and here in the second line a new variable has been created in the memory called scored, and which is stored with 180. Then now we are at line number 40. So sorry, 4. At line number 4, if you look at what is happening, what we are doing, we are asking the Python to check if scored. What is scored? Scored is having 180. So if 180 is greater than target, what is having target? Target is having also 180. So if 180 is 180, this is failed. That means condition is failed. Condition is failed. When condition is failed, what happens to the instructions? Will the print statement which is present after 4 will be get executed or not? This print statement, it is not going to be executed. Why? Because this statement is false. So now if you observe this red arrow or the control that we are talking about, will simply jump to which line number? It will jump to line number 6, because line number 5 was skipped because condition is failed. Now here, instead of writing else, we have written elif. Elif means if the previous condition is failed, if the previous condition is failed, check this condition. So now what is code? Code is 180 and equal to target, which is also 180. In programming language, those who have experienced with C, I don't need to explain, but those who are not experienced with C programming like Radha Krishna, in programming, when you in mathematics or in real world, when we say 180 equal to 180, we are comparing 180 value with 180, and if both are same, we think that it is true. If it is not 180, 170, we think that it is false. But in programming, this single equal to is an assignment operator. An assignment operator. What does that mean? An assignment operator. For example, x equal to 10. What does that mean is we are assigning 10 to a variable called x, or x equal to y. What we are doing? We are doing whatever the value that is present in y, please store it in x. So single equal to in programming, irrespective of any programming language, not only Python or not only C programming, in any programming language, single equal to is an assignment operator, double equal to is comparison operator, whether the two values are equal or not. Whether the two values are equal or not. So here double equal to is 180, which is equal. That means this statement that we have here, this statement that we have here has been evaluated to true. That means condition is true. Then what happens is this statement is going to be get executed. The statement is going to be get executed. So now, unlike the previous line, now what happens? Line number 7 will be executed. Line number 5 has been skipped, but line number 7 will be executed. See now, if you look at here, the output is tie superover. And what happens to else? Will it be get executed? Will it be get executed? This part? No. And this part? No. Only whatever the true, that will be get executed. Right? Now, let me explain further. What happens if scored is 190? What happens if scored is 190? Can anybody guess what is the output we will get? So the output we will get is, yeah, Kaushik, thank you, own. Target is 180, scored is, you need to observe here also. Thank you, Jayant. Thank you, Spandana. So here memory is getting allocated in the RAM and they are stored with values. Thank you, Prasad. Savitri, thank you, Nikhil Sai, for responding. Now, if you look at here, if scored is greater than target, what is scored value? 190. 190 is greater than 180. Yes, correct. Condition is true. So thank you, Jyoti. So now, if you click on print, one has been displayed. Then now the thing that I wanted to teach here is what happens to the remaining statements like elif, else. What happens to these statements? These statements will be get skipped. That means they are not going to be get executed. They are not going to be get executed. Now, that means if one condition is true, remaining statements will be skipped. Now, what happens if code is 170? Can anybody guess what is the outcome now? Last. Thank you, Nikhil, Sai, Kiran, Spandana. Yeah, now I am getting more responses. Thank you so much, guys. You're awesome. Now, 180. Now, what happens to line number 4? Line number 4, if scored is greater than, it will skip. Why it will skip? 170 is not greater than 180. Then it will come to elif. Is code equal to target? Is 170 is equal to 180? No. So this condition is also false. So it will come to else part. That means if everything that is failed before, then only it will come to else part. So lost. This flow you need to understand. And next thing, indentation and the colon, the syntax that we are talking about, and Radhakrishna is also asked about. Let's create our own small program to understand the syntax clearly. Here it is very simple. So let's have a simple statement. So how do you write code in Python is if scored is greater than target, then colon. So this colon will tell to the Python interpreter that block is starting. So how do we tell that in C programming? If you are experienced with C programming, let me write that one as well. So here scored equal to 1 or target equal to first target equal to 180, semicolon is compulsory in C, then scored equal to 170. Then if we have to write open parenthesis target. Yeah, thank you, Spandana, for a good question. When should we use indentation in Python? I'll tell you. Very good question. If target is greater than or scored is greater than target, if scored is greater than target, target. Okay, so in C programming, you open a brace and then close a brace, and in between, whatever you write, printf, printf, won. Okay, so this is how C programming. Now, because of this open brace and this closed brace, we are understanding that if is a block, and here we did not declare the data type of the variables. That's why it is showing error. Printf semicolon is missing. See, I forgot almost C syntax. Now int main. So main is a starting point in C programming. In Python also main is there, but as Python is an interpreter language, we can write code without main as well. But tomorrow we'll see how to write code with main as well in Python. Then int target, same just like before. Now see, if you observe, when we are executing, so when you type here uh, colon and then press enter, automatically the line is appearing after some space. That means after indentation. So here you write print won, right? So now visualize execution. So target is 180 and scored is 180. And if you look at here clearly, there is no data type specified for target and there is no data type specified scored. But if you come back to see on the other tab, it is showing that target is int and scored is int, and scored is question mark as of now. uh, it is showing 170. Then if scored is greater than target, then won, but scored is 170, so we did not get any output. Program is finished. Now similarly here also, s- program, that means this line skipped print statement, and visualize execution and visualize execution. Now, sir, why should we use indentation? Yeah. So indentation is like to tell this line comes under this block. For example, in C programming, you will understand it very clearly. For single line of statement in C programming, we don't require block and we don't require even indentation also. You can write like this. So as all of you except Radhakrishna have done C programming, can anybody tell me what is the output of this code that I've written right now on the screen? Is screen clearly visible or should I zoom in more? Good question, Kaushik and Spandana. Uh, Bhargavi. Yeah, Bhargavi, thank you. We are getting won. Why? Why? We didn't write open closed brace, but why it is working? Yeah, Kiran, Spandana, very good, guys. Today you're all very active. I'm very happy. Shirin. So why it is executing? Because it is executing because a single line after if condition without even open closed brace will be recognized as a line under that particular if condition. Now I'll write congra congratulations Team India, and then closed parenthesis, semicolon. Now visualize execution. Now, can anybody tell me what is the output of this code? Shirin, in C, we can execute single line statements without curly braces or indentation. Yeah, very good, Shirin. Uh, I think I'm pronouncing your name rightly. Yes, we can execute in C single line statements without curly braces, and there is no concept of indentation in C programming. In C programming, indentation is for good looking only. There is no indentation requirement in C programming, right? Am I clear, Shirin? And thank you, Kaushik. Thank you, Bhargavi. And thank you, Spandana Lakshmi. You are right. The output is won, and congratulations, Team India. That is correct. Now, let's modify the code. Let's make it 170. That means we did score less than the target. Then now tell me the output. Now tell me the output. This is your test. Now tell me the output. We scored less than the target. We scored 170, but the target is 180. Now tell me the output of this code. Anybody? Congratulations. Excellent, Spandana. Thank you so much. So here, though we have lost the match, we'll get a message. Congratulations, Team India. That is not correct, right? We actually lost. We should not get that message output, right? So why line number 6 is getting executed? Why not print statement with own? Because when you have if condition and if you did not maintain or write open closed braces as a block, only the first line which is under if will be treated as the block. That means these two lines only grouped as one block. Yes, correct, Jyoti. This printf statement is not comes under if, because you did not mention a block. Now what I'll do is I'll give indentation like in Python. Let's go to edit. Let's give tab and let's give tab and then visualize execution. Now, can anybody guess what is the output now? Any output? Any guesses? Chaitu, Jyoti, Spandana, Kiran, Lakshmi, Bhargavi, Jayant, Shireen, Nikhil. Okay, we got some responses. Yeah, still same output. Congratulations, Team India. Because in C programming, indentation is not going to have any effect. Indentation is just for decoration only, just how we will make our code looks neat or not. Correct, Chaitu. So if you wanted to make these two as one group, what you need to do is you need to place braces around it. Now, this entire two lines will comes under if. Previously, only one line comes under if. Now, the two lines will come under if. Now, tell me the output. Now, can anybody tell me the output? Output. Any guess? No output at all because we lost the game, right? No output. The program will be executed without any output. Correct, Shireen. So that means in C programming, we require to have a block in order to group multiple statements under one condition. In Python, that is the block, the curly brace was replaced by colon. The curly brace was replaced by colon. And unlike C programming, indentation is not decorative item. Indentation is compulsory item, right? I'm repeating. And Radha Krishna, you must have understood now. So now, if I did not give here colon, then if you try to click on visualize execution, now we are getting error. Why we are getting error? Because syntax error expected colon. As I told you yesterday, reading errors is must. If you are not reading errors, you have to deliberately create errors and you have to read the errors. Then only you will become very good programmer. As Sam sir told us, in the future, debugging or identifying the problems or errors present in the code written by LLMs is going to be one of the jobs, right? So here in Python, colon is compulsory. And now I would like to create one more error here. I'll remove indentation. I'll write like this. Now I'll click on visualize execution. Now again, what is happening here? You are getting indentation. See, it is very clearly telling us indentation error. That means unlike C programming, in Python, indentation is not anymore a decorative item. Indentation is part of the syntax. So expected an indented block after if statement on line number 4. See how neatly, how clearly it is telling us the error. That means what you have to do to create an indentation here is just press backspace and then press enter. The new editors will automatically place the indentation. But what happens if you are typing your program in a notepad? For example, let me open a PowerShell or terminal. Is my screen and everything is visible? I'm making it comfortable for you, even for the mobile users. So now here D and day 2. Okay, if you wonder what I am doing, you need to do some research after the class and you need to learn these things as well. So here I'm creating a notepad, and notepad I'm creating one file. File name is if underscore example 1.py. It will automatically open a notepad if it is already not existed, and it is as not already present in my folder. It is asking me to create, would you like to create new file with the name if underscore example 1.py. Now I'm clicking yes. Now here, so same target equal to 180, then scored equal to 170. Then here if scored is greater than target target, and then if I press enter, now the control is not moving to, should I increase the font size here? Just give me a second. How many of you are making notes out of it? How many of you are making notes? So now if you look at here, the control is not moving to, the control is not moving to tab space. Here if you go to the online, here if you remove this line and then after colon, if you type enter, the cursor is now displaying after some indentation. See, the indentation is automatically taken care by the new editors. But what happens if you are typing the code in a notepad like the way I'm doing right now? The cursor will not be moved to the indentation. You have to move. Now I'll write here print bone and then close parenthesis, close, and then I'm pressing Control S for saving. And then in the terminal, now I'm typing Python if example1.py. Can anyone guess what will be the outcome of the code that we have written? We have written the same code in a notepad, and then we are trying to execute that code present in the notepad named if underscore example 1.py from the terminal by using the command python. So can anybody guess what will be the output? So what is the error we are getting here? Same error, indentation error, expected an indented block after if statement on line number 4. And if you do the same thing in the online editor, here in the Python visualizer, here print on, what is the error you are getting? Visualize execution. Same error, indentation error, expected an indented block on line number 4. But what happens in online editors, if you press enter, automatically the cursor is blinking at indentation. Cursor is blinking at indentation, like print on. You don't need to explicitly press tab. See, it is now not throwing any error. We got the output. But what if you are using a notepad like the one that we are creating here? So here the notepad, even after colon, you have typed colon here. I'll increase the font size. Is it visible? So if scored is greater than target, then colon and then press enter. Where the cursor is blinking now, is it blinking? Is it blinking after some 4 lines or 8 lines indentation? No, that means Notepad is not a editor that has been deliberately created for Python. Notepad is just a text editor where you can write any code, Python code, C code, Java code. But how do you name it? Here I have named it as if underscore example dot example one dot py. So when we have given this file to Python, Python will recognize it as a Python file and it will try to match the syntax of the Python. Now, so if you are typing your code in a notepad, what you have to do, you have to explicitly press tab and then type print on and then control S, close the file. And if you try to execute the same code, Python if underscore example dot one dot py, example one dot py, what is the output you will get? You did not get any error. See, we did not get any error. But at the same time, we did not get any output. Why? Can anybody tell me why we did not get any output either? If score is greater than target, we did not get output here in the terminal. Why we did not get any output? Because the condition is failed. Score is 170 and target is 180. Score is not greater than target, so we did get output. But what happens if you make it 190? Did you see the output or the code modification I have did? I've made scored 190. Now, if you run the program from terminal, you are getting on, right? So the indentation is important in Python and indentation is compulsory in Python. And if you are using editors like, let me open VS Code. I'm opening VS Code. VS Code is also an editor specifically designed for C, C++, Java. So here I'll create one Python, new file. And what type of file? I'm creating Python file and I'll save this file first. File, save. I'll save it in day2 and the name of the file. See, by default, it is giving all the Python extensions only. So if underscore example1.py it is already existed. So let's make it 2 if underscore example2.py, save. So now the file name has been changed here at the top. You can check. Okay. Now, if I write here, target equal to 180, then scored equal to 170, then if scored is greater than target, then colon, and if you press enter, where will the cursor is blinking now? Is it blinking at the beginning of the line or at some indentation? Where it will be blinking? Can anybody respond? At some indentation. Why? Because it is a VS code. VS code recognizes the syntax automatically, and it will help you by placing the cursor at right indentation. Now, so here if I can type here print on, and if I press enter, again it will be in the same indentation only. Then print, congratulations, Team India. I think print spelling mistake. See, it is also underscore. It is giving underscore anywhere a spelling mistake is there. But will it happen at the notepad? If you type a spelling mistake in the notepad, will it give you an error or underscore, something like that? No. If you make a spelling mistake here without uh, properly typing it, and if you run this, now you will get error, print spelling mistake. But that will be notified by, if you make a spelling mistake here, what VS code is doing? VS code is telling you that by specifying with underscore that there is some wrong, it is not matching. So is my voice low? Is it good? Are you audible? Samsar is telling me that my voice is low. Please. Okay.
Now it's
Okay.
okay, Kiran.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now I think your microphone swayed away.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now it's perfect.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So the participants, if you are unable to hear, please let us
Message.
know. It is not at all a disturbance.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now, if you write, so now if you press enter, one more line here, it is automatically placing the cursor in the right indentation. So we are proud of our team. Now, so you can type as long as, and if you press one more time enter, see it is in the same indentation until unless you press backspace. Until unless you press backspace. Now, if you do that in Notepad, that is not going to happen. Notepad, you have to do everything on your own. You have to know the syntax properly. Now, I place cursor here and press enter. Where the cursor is blinking now? The cursor is now blinking at the beginning of the line. You have to press tab, print. Congratulations, Team India. Team India. And there is a spelling mistake in the previous line. We need to correct it. Otherwise, again, we'll get the same error. Notepad will not going to tell you all these things. Print, we are proud of. Now, again, I wanted to show this. Again, if you press enter, again, the cursor is at the beginning of the line. If you wanted to make this line block of the statement, you have to move the statement or cursor to the proper indentation. we are proud of our team. Now this is good. So what I advise you all is, if you are starting with Python, we are trying in Python only, Radhakrishna. We are only Python, but we are telling you that, or all that, indentation is not going to happen automatically with Notepad, or indentation is going to be taken care by advanced editors like VS Code, where VS Code is specifically built for programming languages, whereas Notepad is not built for programming languages. So Notepad will not understand the syntaxes of the programming languages. So you need to know syntax properly to write code in Notepad and run it in terminal. So now if I run it by saving, so I'll get the three outcomes. One, congratulations Team India. I will clear and run it again. One, congratulations Team India. We are proud of our team. So all comes under same block. But what happens if I make this line like this? That means Control S, and then if you run this code in the terminal, see what is the output we got. We are proud of Team India. We are proud of Team India. And why we did not get won, why we did not get congratulations Team India? Can anybody tell me? But even even though India is lost the match there, we are proud of our team because they played well. That is a sensible message. But what happens if you move the cursor or the statement line like this, and if you execute it again by saving? So congratulations Team Indian, sorry, spelling mistake here, Control S, and then run it again. Congratulations Team India, we are proud of our team. So we can't congratulations when they lose the match, but we still be proud of them because they played very well, though they have lost the match. So why these two lines are getting displayed? Anybody? Now this is the important learning. Radha Krishna, you should answer this question. Yeah, Shirin, you are right. What about Radha Krishna? Did you understand this point? Yeah, due to yeah, Spandana, correct. What did you understand, Radha Krishna? Can you tell me why these two lines got executed? You can unmute yourself, Radha Krishna, and you can speak. Yeah, yes, you are understanding, but I want you to answer it. Why we got these two lines printed? Because these two lines are not coming under if condition. When these two lines comes under if condition, if you keep under the same indentation, now these three lines comes under if condition. Now if you run this code, no output at all, because all comes under if condition. As the if condition is failed, which is code is not greater than target, so all these three lines are skipped. But what if you make it is 190, Control S, and then run? So we got three outputs, right? Own, congratulations, Team India. We are proud of our team. That means if you if you write a new line here, print statement. I am not I am not part of if control s and then run it. So here I am not part of if will be displayed. And what if I make 170? Score is 170. So what is the output of this code right now? Can anybody guess and tell me, especially Radha Krishna? If you answer it, we move forward. This is done. Indentation is done. Yeah, correct, Shirin. What about others? And Radha Krishna, please respond. Won, congratulations, Team India. We are part of Spandana. Can you check? I've made modifications. Code is 170 only. Yes. Okay, Radhakrishna, no hurry. After the class, you practice, then you will understand it. No problem. I am not part of it because actually, now if you run this code, what happens? Code is 170. 170 is not greater than target. So if condition is failed, when if condition is failed, everything that is under the if condition will be skipped. And as this is not part of if condition, this print statement at line number 8 will be get executed irrespective of the condition that we have mentioned here. It is not part of if condition is true or not, it is immaterial to line number 8. Line number 8 will be get executed whether the if condition is false or true. Is this clear? Now let's move on. So this is why indentation, why block is required in Python. I hope you all understand it. Uh, we have gone through depth because of the two persons. One is Pandana and another one is Kaushik. They have asked why we need indentation and how it works. Right? Thank you, Spandana and Kaushik, for good question. Let's move on. So now, so modify score to 200. For example, here, if you modify score to 200, then if you run, you get own. If you modify it to 180, you run tie. And if you modify it to 170, you run, you got lost. Okay. Is this clear? Now, conditions, comparisons and logic. So here runs equal to 75, balls equal to 40. And if I'm displaying here, print runs greater than or equal to 50. That means in programming, we can check two conditions or even more than two conditions at a time. That means we pronounce it like this: runs greater than or equal to 50. This whatever we have written here, print runs greater than equal to 50 is same as these two are same. These two are same. That means we can check two conditions with R, OR, R. R is a binary R, like you all know, right? This thing, truth tables, AND gate, OR gate. So AND means 0, 0 is 0, 0, 1 is 0, 1, 0 is 0, 1, 1 is 1. OR gate is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1 1 1, which means in R, if any one condition is true, the whole condition is true. If any one condition is true, one condition is true, the whole condition is true. But in end, if any one condition, if any one condition is false, the whole condition is false. The whole condition is false. That is the difference between R and end. Is it clear? Now here, so if print runs greater than or equal to 50, half century, print runs greater than or equal to 50, and balls less than equal to 50, false, fast 50. So here, what operator we have used here? Can anybody tell me? AND operator. So when we used AND operator, what happens? Both the conditions must be true. Whatever that is on the left side of AND, whatever that is on the right of the AND, if both are true, then only the whole statement is true. Excuse me. Right? And here print not runs greater than 100. That means not means here not of condition. So if runs is not greater than 100, we won't display century. Okay. So now I'll run this. Please all of you run this. So what we have given, runs equal to 75, balls equal to 40. So here what is being displayed? If runs is greater than or equal to 50, true. And print runs is greater than or equal to 50 and balls is less than or equal to 50, again true. Why? Balls is only 40. And print not of runs greater than 100. What is runs? What is runs of runs here? Runs is greater than 100. What is runs value? 75 only. Is 75 greater than 100? No, false. This condition is false, but on top of that false, you applied not. So not of false will become true. That's why we got all true. Thank you, Shirin. Thank you, Kaushik. You are correct. But did you understand the logic here? Did you understand the logic here? How many of you are saying yes? Or if is there anybody who did not understand the logic? Yeah, here we kept a condition. I'm explaining once again. Runs equal to 75. Or what I'll do is I'll keep it in Python visualizer so that it is easy for you to understand. So run. Now I am clicking on runs. So it is 75. Then balls 40. Then print runs greater than or equal to 50. So here when we have written a condition, so here inside print statement without if, we have not written if statement here inside print. We just written that runs is greater than 50. Runs is greater than or equal to 50. Now in programming terminology, this is called an expression. This is called an expression. So this expression or any expression will be evaluated to either true or false. Either true or false. Now, what is the expression we have here? Runs greater than or equal to 50. What is runs value? Replace runs variable with its actual value, which is 75. Is 75 greater than or equal to 50? Yes, 75 is greater than 50. So this will be converted into 75 greater than 50, or 75 is equal to 50. So this is our condition. That means internally you need to understand when you see something like this. So you should understand this one like 75 is greater than or equal to 50 means you should write like this 75, or think like this 75 greater than 50, or 75 equal to 50. When we have our condition, what is the truth table is saying? 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1. 0 means false, 1 means true. What it is doing here is, so if any one condition is true, the entire outcome is true. If you see here, in our condition, if both are false, then only it will be false. If any one is true, the output is true. So here in the first statement, print of runs greater than or equal to 50, we kept two conditions, and both the conditions are concatenated or merged using a logical operator called or condition. Though it is not explicitly written in this line, it is implicitly understandable to the Python like this only. Like 75 is greater than 50, or 75 is equal to 50. 75 is not equal to 50. This condition is failed. But what about this condition? Is this condition true or false? This condition is false. That we know. But what about this condition? This condition is true. So in our condition, our truth table, true, true or false is true only, or 0 or 1 is 1 only. Right, Radhakrishna? Understanding? So this whole statement or expression has now been evaluated to true. True. So print is now displaying what? True. This print, this print will display true. Now, did you understand, Radhakrishna, or anybody else who have got doubts in this? Please say yes in the chat, that so that, yeah, thank you. Anybody got clarity out of this explanation? You also can give yes in the message, so that we will understand the explanation we are making will make it clear, the things that you may not clear before. Thank you, Spandana. Now, let's move on to the next line. So if you click on next here, see, we got the output as true. Now here print runs. Now forget about prints. First take this one out of this print. So runs is greater than or equal to 50, and balls less than or equal to 50. That means this whole thing again will be written like this. Runs greater than 50, or runs equal to 50, then end, then balls less than 50, or balls equal to 50. These many conditions are there in this single line. How many conditions? Let me take a different color for this. So this is one condition, and this is second condition, and these two are concatenated with OR operator. Then this is third condition, and this is fourth condition, and these two are concatenated with OR operator, and these two are conditions are, sorry, these two are conditions are concatenated by AND condition. 4. Yeah, Radha Krishna, right. Very good, Radha Krishna. You are now following. Now, so how do we evaluate this one? First, we will check is runs greater than 50. What is the value of runs? 75. 75 is greater than 50. So this condition is true. And in our condition, one more tip I will tell you. If left side one is true, we don't need to check this right side one because automatically this R condition is true. Am I right or wrong? How many of you agree with me? If you check left side of R, if that is true, do we really need to check the right side of R? How many of you agree with me? It's true only, right? Because it is R. Correct. Correct. So now what I'll do is I'll erase this part, the left side part, and now this now has been evaluated to true. True. And then right side part. Now balls is less than 50. What about balls 40? Yes, this condition is also true. Third condition is also true. Do we need to really check fourth condition? Not. So simply I'll erase this one and I'll write here true. Now comes to the final condition. What is true and true? True and true. Then this will be evaluated to true, because in AND condition, what is the problem? If both the conditions are true, then only the outcome is true. If any one condition is false, the outcome is false. True, false, 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 right? If it if it's false also true only, na sir? Yeah. So in our condition, if you have something like this, balls is less than 50 and balls equal to 50, that is how this will be translated to, right? Balls less than or equal to 50 will be translated to like this, and instead of 40, think it as 50. The left side one is false. The left side one is false. Okay. Oh, sorry. Here it is R less than R equal to 50. Less than R equal to 50. That means balls less than 50 or balls equal to 50. So now imagine balls is not 40, is actually 50, which means balls less than 50 is true or false? It is false. But what about balls equal to 50? It is true. So what about to the whole condition? True only. Is that what you are asking, Radhakrishna? I hope you have now understood. Yeah, correct. Then you are right, Radhakrishna. So now what is the final condition? So now final condition is now concatenated with AND operator. See, AND is there here. Then because the left side of AND is true, the right side of AND is true, so the whole condition of AND is true. That's why we got here, true. Second one is also true. You will get output as true. See, true. Then coming to the last point, runs greater than 100. So what is runs? Runs is, shall I erase the board? Can I? Of course, I did it without waiting for your response. I think no one is making any notes. Is there anyone who is making notes out of our class? Very thoroughly, right? So that's what I request you all. If you are really interested, please note, take notes. Please run the execution cells that I'm sharing, and then listen. Three-way collaboration, three-way activity will make lot of impression on your neurons. You will remember it for longer periods of time. Yeah, thank you, Spandana. Very good, very good. So Jayant is taking notes, Spandana is taking notes. What about others? Radhakrishna, are you taking notes? You should, if not. Okay. Now coming to the last one. Coming to the last one. If you look at here, first in any expression, no screenshots, Radha Krishna. Even if you take screenshots, that is fine, but you need to take notes. You need to write, then only your brain will receive properly 100%. So now when you have parentheses like this, like in Bodmas rule in mathematics, always the first inner parenthesis will be evaluated first. Remember this rule, always inner parenthesis will be evaluated first. Inner parenthesis will be evaluated first. Okay. Here also runs is greater than 100 will be evaluated first. What is runs value? 75. 75 greater than 100. Is this statement true? No, it is false. And then on top of that, you are applying one more operator like AND operator, OR operator. Now we are having NOT operator. What this NOT operator will do is it will complement whatever that is there inside of it, and hence it will make it is true. So that's why if you run this line as well, you will get output as true. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear? Right now, what happens if I make runs 101? 101. Can anybody guess the output now? Can anybody guess the output now? I'm not getting any responses. Okay, think and tell me. Oh, already half of the participants left the class. True, true, false. Very good, Shirin. Very good, Kaushik. What about Radha Krishna? So now, this is, I would like to explain. So runs of 50, runs greater than 100. Runs greater than 100. So what are the actual runs? 101. So 101 is greater than 100. Yes, that means this is evaluated to true. And on top of the true, what we applied? Not gate or not condition. So not of true is false. That's why you get true, true, false. Okay, right? Now let's check that one. True, true, false. Okay, so this is how you should understand uh, the conditions and comparisons logic. If that means when we have written a condition in a print statement, it is almost like you have already applied if condition inside of it. If condition inside of it, it is not like that you require to write if condition. By default it takes an if condition. Okay, conditions are questions that answer true or false. Combine them with and or not, you will get different results. This is a real world requirement, right? Now, as I have already told you, single equal to is assigns a value, and that's why we call it as assignment operator. Double equal to is compares. Inside an if, you almost always write double equal to. That means in if condition, in if condition, in if condition, you can't write like this. It is an error. It is an error because you are trying to assign 10 to x, variable x. This assignment operator, but what actually if will expect, if expects either true or false, not assigning some value. How do we get true false? You will get true false like this. If you have written if x equal to 10, then what if condition will think of it? So whatever the value that is present in x, for example, if it is presenting half 5, and then you are comparing that with the 10, so this condition is false. So if is false, so whatever that is there under if will be skipped, will not be get executed, right? But what happens if you have 10 here in the x? So 10 equal to 10, then this is true, as this condition is true. If x equal to 10, then whatever that is present in the if condition will be get executed. You just see it and observe here in I'll just remove all this. Then x equal to 5. Then if x equal to 10 colon, then print true, then click on visualize execution. See, you are getting an error. What error? Invalid syntax. Maybe you meant double equal to or colon equal to instead of single equal to. Colon equal to is not equal to, right? So that means in if condition, you will never write single equal to. Remember that. Remember that you never write. This is very important. Many people do mistake here in the beginner level only. Once you are habituated, you won't do that such kind of mistake. Okay. Is this clear? Is this clear? Just not later. Just give me a second, guys. So thank you. Now we need to start for loops. Shall we start today or can we start tomorrow? Because some of you are struggled with understanding the block or indentation. So, sir, shall we cover this tomorrow and so that it will be fresh for them? And tomorrow I'm planning to start exactly at 10:30 so that we can cover this time.
Yes, sir, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Tomorrow let us start at 10:30 sharp, irrespective of the people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, my friends, all the participants, please try to be online by 10:30, and we will start the session by 10:30. No more waiting, because I think 3 days have passed and we still need to cover a lot more things.
Lot. And yes, sir.
Mm,
And if
mm.
possible, I think we are having Monday to Friday, sir.
Monday to Friday, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll call you, sir.
So we have two more days, Monday and Tuesday. Mm.
Ah, yes, sir.
Okay, so that is a wrap of today, sir, or do you want to continue?
Yeah, we'll wrap for today, sir.
Okay,
We'll start
good.
tomorrow at exactly
Yes, yes, yes.
10:30, and then if required, based on your suggestion, sir, if possible, we'll have one more session on
Yeah.
Saturday. If that
Mm.
is okay.
So all the participants, thank you very much. Thank you, Kranti Kirangaru, for your wonderful teachings. I'm
Thank you, sir.
really liking your teaching, very interactive.
Yes, sir.
So
Thank you,
tomorrow,
sir.
let us all connect at 10:30 with sharp, and we can try to expedite as fast as we can. Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
See you tomorrow,
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
10:30 sharp.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.